Welcome to Inside This Distance. I'm Anthony Bush Bushilio. I'm here with MadLab, my co-host. What's up?
The part-time co-host.
Dude, I travel a lot, man. All right, I do my best. Okay, I was in Vegas last weekend. Was that last weekend?
Yeah, David Blaine, right?
I saw David Blaine live, third row or fourth row. The guy's out of his mind, things that he did. Great.
Now, Rick knows him, right?
Ricky went to high school with him, so we did a meet and greet with him beforehand, and then we were like third row.
Did you talk to him?
Yeah.
Is he weird?
No, he's a regular, normal dude.
Is it an act?
He's from Jersey.
Is it a little bit of an act?
No, that dude, like, he's that way all the time. Like, he's always just doing magic, like, nonstop, 24 hours a day.
No, what I'm saying is he, like, mysterious in real life?
Yeah, he's definitely weird.
Yeah.
You got to be weird to do this stuff that he does.
Yeah.
You know, but the show was amazing, bro. If you get a chance to go, the things that he did are you cannot explain it.
It's better than that other.
Yeah, I'll tell you one trick, and I'm not going to go into all of them, but, like, because I remember them all. But here's one that you probably never saw, right? He called people up from the crowd. He's like, who's got a $100 bill on them, right? So a guy walked up with a $100 bill. He brought two other guys up. He always makes sure it's other guys to verify. See, is this real? Is this real? Like, he makes sure it's all real. So he rips the $100 bill. He's all right, you hold that piece of the $100 bill, right? Takes the other piece of the $100 bill, puts it in a glass, lights it on fire. It burns down to ashes. Then he's showing them all. Then he pours water in the glass, right? Mixes it up. And then he drinks it. He drinks the $100 bill ashed water. He just drinks it. Red's like, all right, now watch this. And there was like this little thing that was on here. He looks to his right. He goes like this. He goes like this. And this bird comes flying out of the side of the stage like 50 miles an hour. And just drops something off on the stick. He picks it, opens it up. It's the $100 bill with the piece missing off. And it matched up perfect.
Oh, wow.
And this bird went boom, boom.
That's crazy.
Was that a bird, bro? It's like, wow.
That's crazy.
We watched him burn it. We watched him drink. Yeah, full. Yeah. He does it like twice a month at Resorts World.
Oh, he's a resident.
Yeah, it's his first Vegas residency because he's more of a street magic guy, and he never used to do that stuff, but now he's getting into doing that, more money in that, right?
He's older, too.
Sick. The guy's amazing, bro. So, anyway, we're back. Let's go. We have a somewhat of a decent card, I guess, but first let's talk about last week. So, I missed it. We had, first tell me about Oliveira and Dariush, because I didn't even watch the replays. I didn't buy the fight. You know, we were on Dariush, and then I saw on ESPN while I was there, I saw first round knockout. I was like, no way.
I can't even say I feel bad for him. You know what I mean? Like,
how did it happen?
So, bro, he actually looked good in the beginning of the fight. Like, if you remember, we were talking. Well, if you watched the thing, I said, like, he's not going to be afraid to jump in his guard. Like, if he puts it down,
most people.
And he got in his guard, bro. He did really well with the grappling exchanges. Like, he did really, really. He had top control for a while this time, so he looked really good. He got caught with, like, this head kick, bro. And you could see it was partially blocked, but even partially blocked.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and he got rocked a little bit. And then Oliveira did what he does, bro. Once he starts letting his hands go, he let his hands go. He put him down. Dariush was trying to recover, but at the same time, you could see he was like, spinning, looking for leg locks, looking for anything he could. And then it was at one point in time where he was just in a situation where he couldn't move anymore. He couldn't swivel his hips anymore. And Oliveira just started laying it on him, and they stopped the fight.
That was a TKO.
And that was it.
Wow, man.
So it's like he did good for as long as it lasted. But now, listen, he had his chance.
Yeah, you know what sucks is that he had the path to Makhachev. He should have fought him, and then they put him against Oliver. Now he has to step down. Now a couple notches.
Yeah,
like,
now and
UFC's tough like
and
that.
And it wasn't like it was a fucking brawl, dude. Where like you could say, well, he did lose some credibility now.
Sure,
because he really got wiped.
Yeah, first round.
Yeah,
that sucks.
So
and then the Nunez fight, I was on ESPN on my app just checking. This is all I saw. First round. 31 strikes Nunez, 4 Aldana. I'm like, what? Second round, 65 strikes Nunez, 9 Aldana. And I'm going, what is going on here, dude? I was like, is she not doing anything? I could just tell by watching just that. I was like, she must be just gun shy. Just got frozen in the moment. I mean, you watched it. I didn't.
Frozen was not even. It was an understatement, dude. She literally came out, and the first couple minutes, like in a Discord, they were going, "Oh, what's going on, Lab? Is she like?" I was like, I mean, in boxers, they like that feel-out round. I said, but when you got a 5-round fight, it's not 12 rounds. It's about a minute, and then you got to start letting go.
Sure. To feel it out.
The whole first round, she was literally, she had her guard up, and she wouldn't let her hands go. And I knew she froze for 2 situations. One situation was the one punch that she threw rocked Nunes for a minute.
In the first round?
Took her by surprise. Like, I don't know if she rocked her, but definitely took her by surprise. You could see, like, she felt her power. She never followed up. Then another time, Nunes had her on the ground. She reversed it. She got on top, and instead of, like, going in on her and attacking her, she backed up and she let her up. I was like, that's it. She's frozen. She literally froze. She will never, ever live that down.
And she'll never have another title shot again, probably.
I mean, she may. Maybe. I mean, she may, but I mean, who knows? At her age now, 35, you don't know. But the fact of the matter is, bro, she'll never be able to rest that night because, listen, I don't care if you lose, but lose on your shield, bro.
Yeah. So then Nunes retires, leaves her gloves in the ring, in the cage. So now they're going to have an interim title, a vacant belt.
Yeah.
And who do you think would be
up there? Dana White's saying now that he's gonna abolish the division.
He's going to abolish that division?
Yeah, he's going to abolish the division. So we'll see what happens. But
wow.
Juliana Pena's coming out saying, that she's scared. She's the great. That now she's the greatest.
She got scared. She got mauled on the last fight.
Bro, there's two things that aggravate me.
I don't understand that.
Two things that aggravated me this week.
She got destroyed
MMA.
the last fight.
One thing was Pena aggravated me.
Yeah.
Not her, but the people. Talking about how she deserves a title shot, we're never going to know. And the other thing that drove me nuts were the people that agreed with DC.
With Daniel Cormier? About
Jim Miller not
going to Hall of Fame. That's
bro, I mean, that's people's credentials for the Hall of Fame are so distorted, dude.
Yeah, come on.
I mean,
you got Cerrone in the Hall of Fame, and you think Jim Miller shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame?
So Matt Serra, listen to this. Somebody actually called. They're like, Matt Serra, he's one of the pioneers of. I'm like, one of the pioneers, dude. Like one of the pioneers. He knocked out GSP. Granted, he got mauled. It was a completely lucky shot. He got mauled in the second fight. He got in because he's friends with Dana White.
Yeah.
I mean that helped, but. It was an odd card, dude. It was definitely an interesting card. A lot of Canadians came out on top. We saved ourselves in the Discord with the live betting. That's what kind of saved us.
Nice.
But this card is okay. It's a lot of action on this card, but not a lot of name value.
Then MadLab texts me Sunday night. He goes, "Dude, you see what happened in the Mayweather-Gotti fight?"
Bro.
So for a second, I'm like, me and MadLab went to Atlantic City together to watch Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Arturo Gotti.
On Father's Day.
On Father's Day at Boardwalk Hall in AC. So he goes, you see what happened in Mayweather? I'm like, in the Mayweather-Gotti fight? What are you talking about, bro? That was 20 years ago. He goes, no, he fought Gotti Jr., John. I'm like, what? I had no idea this fight even happened.
Me either.
And then he sends me a link to the... They stopped the fight. 6th round. I was like,
Bro.
what? Then he sends me the link to the brawl. I was like, you got... all I kept thinking was, this guy Mayweather just finds a way to make 10, 20...
Bro, and there were celebrities there.
Oh, my God.
There were celebrities there. If you guys want to see the whole story on what happened with that...
How did this even start, this fight? I never even heard of it.
I didn't either. But listen, John Gotti, you know what I mean? John Gotti Jr., John Gotti III. His son does fight MMA. He's got 2-0 boxing record. I mean, you want the extended story, go. I'll post a link up here with the story that I posted, the reaction video. So, bro, they end up fighting, dude. And long story short, it was the most incredible thing I've ever seen, comedic-wise. I mean, you could see he did not belong in there.
Who was calling the fight?
Kenny Bayless.
Kenny Bayless
was the
and who were the announcers?
Who were the announcers? I forget who the announcers were. But Kenny Bayless was the ref, dude. And he literally got so fed up with them talking trash that he called the fight.
That's awesome.
It was incredible. So, yeah, if you guys want to know the whole story with the brawl and everything that happened, click on the link and it'll take you right to that video.
Yeah, and don't forget, Mayweather's still the smartest boxing businessman in the history of boxing.
Bro.
He finds a way to make 10, 20 million doing absolutely nothing.
Bro, he fought a guy that's 2-0 and he made millions. And celebrities went to see it.
It's so sick, right? Well, who put the money up for that? The family? The Gotti family?
They know they're going to make it. Bro, that was the other thing. That's how you know it. People ask me, you think it was fake? Bro, it was like the Gotti family versus the money team outside.
Outside, too?
Yeah, bro. Fist fights. There was one girl was choking another girl. Her top came off. She was shirtless.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome. Oh, man, I got to watch more of that.
Yeah.
I can't believe that fight even was on.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. We'll go right to the top. We got Jared Cannonier versus Marvin Vettori. Cannonier, physical specimen. I mean, he might be the most jacked physical specimen in the entire UFC. He was a heavyweight long time ago, came down to light heavyweight and brought the power along with him. Dangerous guy, but he had his shots. He beat Strickland on a split decision, but he lost to Adesanya. He lost to Whitaker. He is 6-2 as a middleweight. Then you got Marvin Vettori, who you would think that I'd be a big fan of because he's Italian, but I just can't stand the guy, man.
Yeah, no.
I can't stand his ego. I can't stand the way he talks. He's like a Mama Luke in there, but he's got a good ground game. He's got great grappling. He's got cardio for days, and that's how I see this fight going down. I see Vettori gets a 5-round fight. I see him taking Cannonier down. Cannonier's got a cannon, and Vettori's got a tough chin too, bro.
Just sick.
Yeah, he's
never been finished.
He's got an iron chin, never finished, cardio for days. So bad matchup in my eyes for Jared Cannonier. I think Vettori takes him to the ground. I don't want to call a finish as much as I want to call a ground and pound finish there, but because Vettori's not a submission guy either, but he'll just ground you, keep you down there. It's tough to get him off you once he's on top of you, and I'm going to go Vettori by decision.
Yeah, I'm going Vettori too. It's Cannonier, like you said, bro. The guy comes from heavyweight to light heavyweight to middleweight. The guy brought all his power down with him. The guys that he's beaten too. I mean, look at his resume. He lost to Whitaker. He beat Gastelum. He beat Brunson. He lost Adesanya. He beat your boy Strickland. The guy is good. The guy is good. Formerly training over at the lab. He seems like he's got his nutrition dialed down. He's got a ton of power. The biggest issue I have with him in this fight is his takedown defense, which is sitting at about 60%, and his ability to get back to his feet if you take him down in space. Vettori's not a super athlete. He's not a guy who's he's jacked. The guy's big, but you could see like the specimen in this fight is Jared Cannonier.
Yeah.
But Vettori's just, it's that chin, bro. Like Jared Cannonier can absolutely put him out. Not even a question in my mind. He can hurt him. He can put him out. We've seen Vettori hurt as of late. You know what I mean? But it's just that he's got too many.
We saw in the 5th round of that Costa fight.
Yeah, he's got too many plotting tools. And what I mean by plotting tools, it's like you don't have to be super athletic. You don't have to be all in and out. But he will plod forward. And that will get taxing.
He's just not that smart in there, though.
He's just not smart.
He has low cage IQ.
Yeah, he does. Well, he has low IQ outside of the cage, too.
Yeah.
He's not
just
smart
in the
at all.
interviews alone.
In the interviews alone. But, and sometimes he does fight emotional. You know what I mean? But I just think in a spot like this, I think he can hang with Cannonier on the feet because his chin's going to allow him to if he's cautious. But I think he's just going to put on that wrestling pace, dude. I think he's going to try to get in on his hips.
I agree.
He's always got that in his back pocket. He does have submissions under his belt. And I think, at the very worst, he's going to win. He's going to win the decision here. So, yeah, I'm going with Marvin Vettori. I think he's the rightful favorite. I think that there's just a couple elements in this game that aren't going to match up with Cannonier.
Last time I looked, it was -110, both guys.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
I do too.
I like it
a lot.
I think it's tricky. I think it's tricky because, like I said, Marvin.
Trap.
Well, Marvin Vettori, like you said, he doesn't have the greatest cage IQ.
No.
Yeah, I mean, what if he decides to stand and trade for 25 minutes with Cannonier?
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good move.
You know what I mean? He's not fast. He's not. Jared Cannonier is going to have the speed. He's going to have the more accurate punch and the more powerful punch. So you got to hope Marvin Vettori is going to go in there and say, yeah, I'll trade with him until I don't want to trade with him anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm going to go Marvin Vettori. I'm going to go Vettori either late finish or by decision.
Next fight on the card, Arman Tsarukyan, Joaquin Silva. Man, Tsarukyan, biggest favorite on the card. He's -1,000 on here. Comes into the UFC, has that early loss against Makhachev. Right. And he fought him good.
Great.
And this kid's young. That was early in his career. Then he rips off 8 or 9 wins in a row. Rising superstar in the UFC. Then they have that big fight against Gamrot.
And that was controversial.
I still think that he won that fight. And I've watched that fight a couple times too, because everybody was talking about the controversy in that fight. I watched it twice after I watched it live, and I still think that he won that fight.
Yeah.
Because he was fast rising. So I don't think that I don't think the UFC dinged him for that. You know what I mean? The kid's a good, talented fighter.
Well, they kind of did. I mean, he went from Gamrot to Ismagulov.
I think they want to give him a couple wins, right? And now I think after this one, he'll get a nice shot against someone, a top 3, a top 5 guy in the division. I like this kid. He's got an all-around great skill set, stand-up, ground game, everything. I think this is a landslide. I think Tsarukyan wins. I'm going to say he wins within 2 rounds, and I'm going to call it by submission.
I think it's a rightful favorite, but I think the line is insane.
That's always crazy. Any fighter at minus 1,000,
especially against a guy like Joaquim Silva, he's like a wild card fighter. Like if he's going to win this fight, he's going to win it in the first round. When he gets crazy and chaotic, and because that's
he comes out hot. This kid's smart though. Tsarukyan's smart.
Yeah, no, he's very smart. But I'm saying, Joaquim Silva, he's like that. He thrives in chaos for as long as it lasts. Then he starts kind of fading and stuff like that, and you can have your way with him. He's only got a 65% takedown defense. Tsarukyan is averaging over 3 takedowns a fight, even though it's only at a 33% accuracy. It's the danger zone in the first round. It's a danger zone in the first round that he's got to be careful of. Like I said, he can get caught cold. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going Tsarukyan, but like if you're tampering with DraftKings and you're tampering with, you got to be careful the first couple minutes with Joaquim Silva, no doubt. But yeah, I think Tsarukyan's going to sub. I'm going to say Tsarukyan by sub.
Nice. We're on the same page today. Look at that. Next fight on the card, Pat Sabatini versus Lucas Almeida. Sabatini, man, is a good grappler, good wrestling, good cardio. Ripped 4 wins in a row, had a little hot streak going, and then he had that knockout to Damon Jackson. Yeah. So this is a little reset for him. He needs a win here. And then we have Almeida, who debuted against Trizano. That loss against Zelluber. Was that was outside of the UFC?
It was a contender.
That was a contender series, but then he still got a shot in the UFC. So he still got a contract. Beats Trizano, which is nothing to write home about. He was undefeated before that loss to contender, but again, that's regional circuit guys, and you take that with a grain of salt. Well-rounded, good power, good volume, decent takedown defense, close fight. I'm going to go with Pat Sabatini to rebound, get the win here, and I'm going to call Sabatini by decision.
This fight scares me, dude.
Yeah, tough.
It scares me because Pat Sabatini, he's got that, he's a Philly guy. Renzo Gracie, Philadelphia. This is a kid who's got sick grappling, bro. Obviously it shows. But, bro, Lucas Almeida, not only is he a black belt in BJJ, but, dude, by far and away is he the better striker here. You know what I mean? So if he can keep this fight on the feet, and Sabatini, listen, he's got great wrestling, he's got good conditioning, but that's the one hole he has in his game, and it showed. I mean, it showed again in a couple of his fights. Showed with Damon Jackson, that he can be backed up, man, and he can be owned on. He can be owned on the feet. If Lucas Almeida can keep this fight standing, I see Sabatini possibly getting even knocked out. But at the end of the day, the wrestling is there. The grappling is there, even though I think Lucas Almeida is very serviceable on the ground. I think eventually Sabatini, that's going to be his game plan. He's going to just take him to the ground. He's going to, he's going to play in the sandbox for him. I think eventually he's probably going to sub him. I'll say Pat Sabatini sub in the second round, but that first round, bro, is going to be a good, like it's going to be interesting.
Good.
So I'll go Sabatini, but like I said, buyer beware with Lucas Almeida striking. If he keeps this standing, there's not a doubt in my mind that he's going to own the stand up there. But, yeah, I'll go Sabatini by sub.
Let's go. Manuel Torres, El Loco, Nicholas Iron Nicholas Motta. Torres coming in as the favorite. Where are my notes here? All right, Torres, hard pace, very good striker, good power, high volume, well-rounded, fights in chaos, which I like that. And then Motta, 13-4, 1 fight winning streak, good striking, good power. Won't look to grapple, wants to keep it on the feet. And I don't think he can keep up with the volume of Torres. I like El Loco win this fight. I like Torres to win this fight. And I like to win him by knockout.
Yeah, no, this is a fight where it's just volume speak volumes.
This might be a fight of the night candidate right here.
Nah.
No?
It could be performance of the night.
Performance of the night.
Manuel Torres, you know what I mean? So this is a fight where you look at Nicholas Motta, bro, both of these guys got the same styles, but different gears. Nicholas Motta is a guy who hits with a lot of power. He's got good striking. He's not really looking to take the fight to the ground. But if you look at the differential in volume, I mean, you got 10.5 strikes landed for Torres, 3.3 landed for Motta. That just tells you a story in itself where the volume is. Nicholas Motta is not the fastest striker. He doesn't have the fastest hands. He doesn't really utilize his range all that well. Torres is going to have a 3-inch reach advantage. He's going to have a massive volume advantage, speed advantage. And when you look at Nicholas Motta, I mean, at the end of the day, we love Jim Miller, but he got knocked out by Jim Miller, which means his defense on striking isn't as up to par as it should be. I mean, Jim Miller's not this speed demon where he's throwing these crazy hands. I just think Torres is going to chew him up, dude. I think he's literally going to chew him up, and I think he's going to end up knocking him out. So I think this could be a performance of the night. I think MOTTA can definitely catch him for sure, 1,000%. But I think if this stays standing and he utilizes his range and his reach and even his size, I just think he's going to end up catching him with something. So
I would lay the wood on it for minus 185.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying don't, but I'm saying Nicholas MOTTA can catch him.
Yeah,
he does have good power. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, this is Manuel Torres all day, unless, like I said, he slips on a banana peel. So yeah, Manuel Torres by knockout.
All right, last fight in the main card: Armen Petrosyan versus Christian Duncan. So Duncan is undefeated so far, only one win, which was against Dusko Todorovic, who I'm not a huge fan of anyway. And then you got Petrosyan, who's a dog here. He beat Dobson. He lost to Chao Barajo. He won a close split decision against RoboCop Gregory Rodriguez. And then he beat Kolev, who I don't even know who that is. Duncan, good striker, big power, can wrestle, but this fight should stay on the feet. Petrosyan's got okay power. Bad takedown defense, but I don't expect it to go to the ground anyway. And I think he'll throw some more volume in this spot. And I like him. I like him in this fight. I like him as a dog. I'm taking the dog. I'm taking Petrosyan. Petrosyan by decision.
I'm actually surprised he's the dog here, to be honest with you. I mean, I know a lot of people are high on Christian Duncan. He's undefeated. He didn't really impress me against Todorovic, even though he did knock him out. It wasn't like this crazy showing.
I remember that fight.
Yeah, so people are super, super high on him, and I get it. The dude's super talented, but Petrosyan is a really clean striker with really, really good volume. And that's where this fight, I think, is going to... I think Christian Duncan has the ability to take him down, has the ability to grapple with him, and cause him some problems there, because Petrosyan, at the end of the day, will be taken down. He's got a decent get-up game, but he's not hard to take down. So if Duncan takes that path, then yes, Duncan's also got a lot more power than him. So if anyone gets knocked out in this fight, I could see it being on Duncan's side. But when I calculate the way this fight's going to go down, I think it's going to stay on the feet, and I got to go with volume. Like, I got to go with the cleaner striker. I got to go with the volume. If he stays safe, I think, he's going to have the more volume. I think Duncan can have the bigger spots. That's where it's going to get interesting if it goes to the cards. What are the judges going to look at? Are they going to look at the bigger spots, or are they going to look at the volume and the consistency? So I'm going to go with volume and consistency. I'm going to go Armen Petrosyan. I'm going to go Armen Petrosyan by decision.
Wow, we picked all the same. Might be the first time.
I think it is.
In months.
Yeah. We
got Bellator this weekend, too. I think Friday night.
Also, we have Christine Showdown's dog pick of the week.
Yoel Romero, the old man. Bellator. He's a plus 400 dog against Nemkov. What do you think about that, bro?
I got to look into that. But the guy's fucking ageless, dude.
He's a specimen, though.
Got the SARMs.
You got Sergio Pettis on here, Corey Davis.
Yeah, we're going to look into that.
You got a lot of former UFC guys on Bellator, so keep your eyes out, subscribers, if MadLab pulls a trigger on a couple of Bellator bets. But we got a lot of good stuff. We got PFL coming up. We got UFC fight nights every week. We got the next pay-per-view card, which is going to be Volkanovski, Yair Rodriguez, and then Brandon Moreno, Alejandro Pantoja. Pantoja is one of my favorite fighters in the UFC. After who did he do the standing? Who was that when he did the standing guillotine to?
Perez. On the net with the neck crank.
How awesome with the neck crank? How awesome was that?
Bro,
look at
bro. His last 3 fights: Alex Perez submission, Brendan Royval submission, Manel Cap decision, and then he lost to Askar Askarov. Remember?
Yeah,
he's tough though, dude. That guy.
He's tough, but Pantoja beat Moreno once before.
Yeah,
it was a long time ago. But I fully expect Pantoja.
And 2 performances in the nights in a row, dude.
Dude, this kid is
I love
awesome.
Him, bro. He's so underappreciated.
And then if you get a chance to watch that last fight against Perez and watch how he comes out like a fucking animal, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, what a finish that was. That the way he performed that night is what got him the title shot immediately. Like that's it. He gets a title shot. It was like that. So I'm excited to see that. So yeah, we got a lot of good fight cards coming up, man. I'm excited.
Yeah.
You know that Adesanya is fighting again in September. I thought he was going to take a break after this, after the Pereira whole deal. Dude, the guy wants to keep on fighting.
He wants to fight, bro.
He's headlining UFC 293 in Australia on September 8th. I don't know who's going to fight yet. They say he's probably going to fight the winner of Whitaker and who's the kid from South Africa?
Duplessis.
Yeah, I can't stand him.
Bro.
I almost want, we saw Adesanya already do what he did to Whitaker And I fully expect to see that again if they fight again, unfortunately. And I like Whitaker.
Yeah.
I would like to see Duplessis just to see Adesanya wreck him, bro. Because I think he's
so
overrated.
There's no way he's beating Whitaker.
He is not that good, bro.
I don't think he's good at all.
I think he's
got good striking and he's got zero cardio.
I think Whitaker's going to crush him. And I think we're going to see Whitaker Adesanya for the third time. And unfortunately, I just don't. The way Whitaker fights at Adesanya style, I just don't see the path for Whitaker against Adesanya. After watching that last fight, dude, it's like he can't even get a shot off without like jumping into a shot. He can't find his range. Like he just can't.
There's a lot of changes that are going to happen. I think even with the light heavyweight division, dude.
Who do we got coming up with light heavyweight? You got Yuri fighting.
Well, Jamal Hill. There's a problem with that. I got a problem with that though.
I think Jamal Hill's got great hands, man.
I think he's a paper mache champion.
I don't know why you don't like him.
Because I think he's a placeholder. I don't think he's a champion.
Remember what was that fight that he fought a couple fights ago where he faced that
Thiago Santos.
Huh?
What, Thiago Santos?
No, it wasn't Santos.
Yeah, that was the fight. Remember where we were like, wow, Santos actually looks really good.
That might have been it.
Wait, let me see.
Put Jamal Hill up there. I remember you said, you know what, I give him his respect now because he was facing adversity. He was beat up. It was the 4th round, and then he knocked him out. Who was it against?
He fought Glover in his last fight.
He fought Glover?
He shouldn't have won. Please.
And who did he fight before that?
Thiago Santos. That was the one.
Oh, that was the one?
Yeah, that was the one.
I like Jamal Hill. You don't like this guy.
I don't like him, dude.
You don't want to give him his respect.
Because I don't think he's good, dude.
Huh?
I don't look at him like a champion.
I think for the light heavyweight division, he has the best hands.
Well, bro, first of all, he won the vacant title. So
that wasn't his fault.
It's not his fault, but if you don't win the title from somebody, then like he didn't win it from a champion. He won it from Glover. Okay, I get it. Fine, Glover.
So he beats Yuri. We give him respect.
No, but that's why I don't like the fight.
You don't think Yuri's that good?
No, I don't. It's not that, bro. He's coming off of like a crippling injury.
He had a bad injury, yeah.
Give the guy a tune-up.
Who else is out there though, bro? Who's dangerous right now in the light heavyweight division?
Well, you know who would destroy if they fought, but unfortunately he's injured too.
Who?
And he's gonna, bro, Rakic, dude. Rakic would absolutely
See, I think he's overrated, bro.
Bro, he would send Jamal Hill's fucking chin to the
you think so?
Yeah, dude. I don't look at Jamal Hill like a champion, dude. I look at him like, listen, first of all, if you become champion, you got to defend the belt once to get my respect as a champion. You can't just win the belt and lose the belt. You got to defend the belt once, dude. You got to defend it once. So not only did he not win the belt, he won it. He got it from it's a vacant belt.
It's not his fault though.
It's not his fault, but it doesn't mean that I have to look at him like he's a legit champion. He wins he beats Yuri and he defends the belt once, and yes, I got to look at him like he's.
Who isn't Blachowicz fighting? Who's Blachowicz fighting soon?
Blachowicz is fighting.
The light heavyweight division's very
Pieta.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now.
Now we're talking.
But be careful.
Now, if Pieta beats Blachowicz, right? You know they're gonna line him right up for a title shot pretty soon after that. That first round of the last Pieta-Izzy fight, it was happening again. He was chopping his calf down like he thought he had him.
See, I think he was playing possum.
I don't think he was, bro. In the second round, he was when Adesanya knocked him out against the cage. He was playing possum. But in that first round, he was chopping away at the calf. Even I watched Adesanya talk to Helwani afterwards. He was like, damn, bro, after that fucking first round, man.
Yeah.
He's like, I was like, fuck, he's doing it again. It's happening again all over again. He even knew it was happening. He's like, fuck, he got my calf a bunch of times. And I remember Pereira going, I got him. Remember in the corner, I got him already. It was the same game plan. And then Adesanya did his thing, and that was a perfect time, everything. But Pieta's a beast, dude. And
he's big for he's going to still be big for the light heavyweight division.
Yeah, that's the guy here. If anybody could mow through that division right now, it's him.
Bro, Jamal Hill beats him.
Then
I'll give him all the respect.
Yeah, that's what we want to see.
So that's not a fight that's going to the ground.
No,
they're throwing.
That's a fight.
Yeah.
That's a fight. I'm excited to see. I hope that happens.
But like Yuri, like if he beats Yuri, everyone's going to be like, oh, bro, you beat Yuri. Bro, he beat Yuri coming off of a huge injury.
Remember the Instagram? I'm coming. Yeah. I'm coming.
I'm coming. Yeah.
And then Jamal Hill. Yeah. I like Jamal Hill's personality.
I don't mind him. I'm not shit. But you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of Bilal Muhammad, dude. He reminds me of a guy who's good, But everybody thinks like he should be a champion, and Jamal Hill's not a champion in my eyes, and I don't think Bilal Muhammad's ever going to sniff a belt.
He won't.
I don't think he's ever going to sniff a
He'll
belt.
just always play around there.
Yeah, he'll be like teetering at the top and dropping down and going up.
They don't want him to have the belt.
I don't think they
He's
do.
not going to sell tickets.
No, he's terrible.
You don't want a guy like that. And I like Bilal, but you don't want a guy like that as a champ. He ain't going to sell tickets.
No. I don't think he's ever going to touch a belt.
Is Edwards fighting Colby?
Kobe signed the line twice. Edwards has yet to sign.
Why won't he sign?
Bro, he knows he's going to lose the belt.
He's going to lose the belt.
You know, he's holding that thing like rice cakes, dude. He don't want to get rid of that thing.
I don't think he could beat Colby, unfortunately.
But if Bilal thinks he could beat Kobe, he's out of his mind.
There's no way.
There's no way either of those guys can beat him. I'm sorry, dude, but I didn't like Kobe at first, but you got to give the guy his credit.
Shit, we're late to this meeting. We got to go.
The guy can fight. All right.
All right, we'll see you next week.